Hi, CISB families. We hope that this finds you all safe and healthy. We want you to know we both miss our families and students terribly. We cannot wait to return to Beijing and resume the learning and teaching and are waiting for permission from the Education Bureau to do so. We are excited to see all of our students' smiling faces, but want to ensure that it is safe for everyone to return. During our Chinese New Year holiday, we received the unfortunate news from the Education Bureau that we would not be able to return to school. We quickly began to work on a plan that would allow all of our students to remain connected with learning. E-learning provided the safest and easiest option for students to access learning immediately. Fortunately, in preschool and elementary, we already had structures in place to allow us to begin learning right away. All of our classes from nursery to grade 5 use Seesaw in their classrooms to inform parents of the teaching and learning and to connect to the classroom from home. This technology was not new, and teachers, students, and parents already knew what to do. Even our youngest students were able to use the technology effectively and independently. This was part of their daily routine at school. Seesaw is set up so that parents, caregivers, and students can access the activities and easily respond. We have adjusted accessibility by adding translations, videos, and schedules so that parents can better access content and support their learners. We began rolling out our e-learning with what we already had in place by using Seesaw. We then added Zoom conferencing for grades 2 to 5 so that students could engage with their teachers. Now we have Zoom conferencing by all grade 2 to 5 teachers, specialty teachers, Mandarin, TAs, and our librarian. Students love the time they have to connect with their teachers. Our youngest students receive daily videos posted by their teachers and TAs. This allows us to focus on both the social and academic components of learning.
Our school counselor has been providing opportunities for our students and families to engage with social and emotional concepts like perseverance, identifying emotions, and positive thinking. Pete the Cat was one read aloud provided to younger grade levels. Activities, like making Pete's magical sunglasses, are fun for students, but can also create discussions about feelings, that we all have them, and spotting those emotions when we see them in the world around us. Teachers are providing instructional videos for content, such as this video of Mr. Sandpath teaching the questions for an interview and then modeling them through an interview with his grandpa. Another method for delivering instruction has been Screencast-O-Matic, which allows teachers to write or draw visually on their screens for students to see, while recording their voices to explain and instruct students. While e-learning is not the ideal way to teach students in preschool and elementary school, we've been resilient in making the most of a difficult situation. In fact, there have been many surprising benefits to come out of our transition to e-learning. While learning at home, students are developing their independence by completing things on their own. Their creativity in using materials and space around the house in new ways helps to develop their confidence in finding success via e-learning. We are seeing students message their teachers or get on Zoom meetings to ask questions and clarify their learning, an example of great self-advocacy. Beyond the curriculum outcomes, we want our students to build skills like time management, organization, and prioritization here at school. During e-learning, there's a greater student ownership of learning, and these skills are developing in our students through this experience. Small group instruction is occurring through Zoom conferences in grades 2 to 5, and this is another opportunity to build these skills. One of the biggest advantages we've heard from families is that this time of e-learning has brought them closer as a family. Parents, grandparents, and kids are participating in activities like making fruit salad together, retelling family stories for a UOI project, and doing PE exercises together. While the circumstances are difficult, families have shared that they're building memories and learning along with their child. In the next several slides, we'll share some of the things that we've heard from our students, families, and staff about e-learning.
Despite the challenges of internet, time zones, and working hours, our staff have continued their professional learning. At this point, we currently have 30 teachers who have completed their Seesaw Ambassador training. Our early years teachers are starting a course from Harvard that focuses on teaching our youngest learners. All this hard work and continued learning for staff will ultimately benefit our students.
While there have been hurdles to overcome in e-learning, we've seen the vast majority of our students and families engage in learning from home. Our participation rate is highest in older grade levels, with 90% of our grade 5 students participating in last week's online learning, and participation in grades 2 to 4 above 80%. Our early years families continue to engage with e-learning, with much more parent support using digital platforms, still yielding about 70% participation up to grade 1. One change that we've made in recent weeks is to add Zoom meetings for all classes in grades 2 to 5. Students and teachers have increased their connection using Zoom, and agreements such as the one you see here from grade 5 help us to navigate this technology in a way that allows us to ask and answer instructional questions, build community, and continue to connect with one another.
Many of our parents have wondered how our staff are monitoring and assessing students' learning. Students continue to post their work, and teachers analyze and review all student posts. This allows teachers to assess and focus on students individually and take time to provide specific and detailed feedback on students' strengths and areas for growth. Our grade 5 team has continued to work on preparing their students for exhibition by taking a detailed look at the SD goals. Students are being asked to think critically and reflect on their learning through these activities. Specialty teachers have modified their lessons so that students can continue to meaningfully engage with the arts and physical education while learning from home. Teachers are providing choice, creativity, and differentiation. Students have the flexibility to present their learning in many ways and are encouraged to have fun and be creative. The use of technology like Padlet, Flipgrid, and Seesaw allows teachers to archive students' work to access later for reteaching. Many parents are wondering what learning will look like when we return to school. When we return to CISB, we feel confident that we will be able to begin where we left off with our students' learning. Students will undergo some basic assessments in literacy and math. Teachers will use this to create targeted support for specific students and lessons for review.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video about e-learning in preschool and elementary. We appreciate your partnership during this challenging period. Through this experience, we've discovered many positives: our sense of community, care, and compassion. We appreciate the positive partnership between staff, students, and families. Together is better.